अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन किराम, प्रोग्राम ये ज़िंदगी के साथ आपका मेज़बान रोहान शम्स एक मतलब पेश खिदमत है। इस्लाम चैनल उर्दू स्काई 755 वर्जन 839 इस्लाम चैनल उर्दू .tv की वेबसाइट के ज़रिए से पूरी दुनिया में जिस तरीके से भी इस्लाम चैनल आप देख रहे हैं, एक घंटे के लिए कुछ नए मेहमानों के साथ कुछ नए सवालात पूछने, कुछ नई बातें आपसे लिए आपका मेज़बान रोहान शम्स फिर से पेश खिदमत है। पिछले हफ्ते में कोरोना वायरस ने हर जगह तबाही फैलाई हुई है। हर जगह जहां आप अखबार उठाएं, इंटरनेट पे जाएं, फेसबुक पे देखें, व्हाट्सएप पे देखें, हर तरफ कोरोना ही कोरोना नज़र आ रहा है। कहीं पे कोई गालिक से उसका इलाज कर रहे हैं, कहीं दमदरूद की दुआओं की किताबें पूरी छापी जा रही हैं। पूरी दुनिया के अंदर मुख्तलिफ़ ख़ित्तों के अंदर पूरी आप देख सकते हैं कि एक माहौल ही बदला हुआ है। स्टॉक मार्केट्स का अगर हाल देखें तो 5 ट्रिलियन के करीब कह रहे हैं कि सरमाया लोगों का एक हफ़्ते के अंदर वाइप आउट हो गया, हवा में उड़ गया। जितनी भी कंपनीज़ की वैल्यूएशन थी वो गिरती चली जा रही हैं, तेल की कीमत नीचे चली जा रही है। मक्का मदीना के अंदर हम प्रोग्राम से पहले बात कर रहे थे कि वहाँ भी लोगों की आमद के ऊपर पाबंदी लगा दी गई है। और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता इस पूरी दुनिया के अंदर, इस जदीद तरीन दौर के अंदर भी हमें एहसास होता चला जा रहा है कि कोई हस्ती और कोई क़ुव्वत ऐसी ज़रूर है कि जो अपने एक हल्के से फ़ैसले के ज़रिए से पूरी दुनिया का नक्शा बदल सकती है। अल्लाह ताला की ज़ात किस कदर अजीम है, किस कदर ताकतवर है कि इंसान अपनी तमाम टेक्नोलॉजीज़ के बावजूद, अपनी तमाम तरक्की के बावजूद, अपने तमाम वसाइल के बावजूद भी एक छोटे से वायरस से नबत आज़मा होने से इस वक्त तक मुकम्मल तौर पर नाकाम है। और हैरान कुन बात नाज़रीन किराम, जो चीज़ आप लोग अक्सर देख रहे होंगे, सुन रहे होंगे, जितनी भी दुनिया की हेल्थ सर्विसेज हैं, जितनी भी इन वबाई अमराज से बचाव के तरीक़े सामने आते चले जा रहे हैं, अगर आप गौर करेंगे तो उनमें मुसलसल लोगों को कहा जा रहा है कि अपने मुँह हाथ को धोइए, साफ़ सुथरे रहिए, हाथों को धोते रहिए, मुँह को धोते रहिए। जितनी सफाई का आप एहतमाम करेंगे, इस वायरस से बचाव का उसी का तरीका है। और हमारे मज़हब ने, हमारे दीन ने 14 साल पहले हमें यही चीज़ सिखाई है कि दिन में 5 बार वज़ू करना, मुसलसल वज़ू के अंदर रहना, मुसलसल पाकीज़गी के तरीक़ों को इख्तियार करना और साफ़ सुथरी चीज़ें खाना, यही दर हकीकत वो बुनियादी असास है कि इसके ज़रिए से दुनिया में भी और आखिरत में भी भलाई रख दी गई है। मेरी इंतहाई खुश नसीबी कि आज मेरे साथ एक ऐसे मेहमान मौजूद हैं कि जिनका इस शोबे से बड़ा गहरा ताल्लुक़ है, ट्रैवल और टूरिज़म से, कि पूरी दुनिया के ऊपर जो खुसूसन ट्रैवल और टूरिज़म में इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है, इस पर भी कुछ बातचीत करेंगे। और एक स्पेशलिस्ट जो इनका शोबा है हलाल टूरिज़म का, उसके हवाले से भी बात करेंगे। अब्दुल मालिक टेलर साहब मेरे साथ मेरे खुश नसीबी के यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, इनसे गुफ्तगू ज़रूर बढ़ाते चले जाएंगे। और उससे भी बढ़ के सईद खालिक साहब मेरे साथ यहाँ पर आज मौजूद हैं। पाकिस्तान में एक नुमायाँ चैरिटी के एक करता धरता है, वहाँ पर एक बड़े पैमाने पर काम कर रहे हैं और डिसेबिलिटी और माजूरियों के लिए खुसूसन पाकिस्तान के अंदर कई ऐसे सेंटर्स की तश्कील दे रहे हैं कि इसके ज़रिए से ज़िंदगियाँ बदली जा सकें। आप दोनों हज़रात को खुशामदीद। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। How much did you understand out of it?
I got the gist of it. I got the gist of it. I think there's some words I didn't. I was trying to follow along, but I didn't know some of the words. I got to be honest.
Well, at least you got the gist of it. That's a good sign. Then we can continue with it. How are you both? कैसे हैं आप लोग?
Alhamdulillah.
ठीक ठाक हैं? Safe from corona, or should I run away? I think that's the impact nowadays. That's everywhere, Abdul Malik, isn't it? People are a bit worried about interactions. Do I shake my hands? Do I go nearer to the other people? It's panic all around.
No, it is unfortunately, and I think it's more so if you're travelling. People are a lot more into the panic. I mean, today we've got a school group who are supposed to come from Paris, and they're in a bit of a limbo because at the moment Eurostar hasn't actually confirmed what's going to happen with regards to the travel tickets now, and we've got the tickets for them. So it's like, back and forth all the time now. A lot of changes might have to take place, etc. But it's a lot of worries out there as well, but not as much as they imagine it to be honest, because domestically people are still coming. If you're coming, we've got another group, an adult group, a family group coming from France as well in April, so they're all okay. I just think the school groups are a bit more in a panic as well,
because of the kids and all the vicinity of other kids and everything else. Well, ये सूरत हाल तो ऐसी ज़िंदगी के अंदर शामिल रहती है। सही था।
But it's rife in the press. I was just reading the Standard, and the front 2 or 3 pages are covered in it. And I don't actually see much. I mean, I've been here for 5 weeks now.
Right.
And I haven't seen anybody on tubes wearing, I haven't seen one person wearing a mask on the tubes.
I've seen a few.
And I travelled every day on a tube. So I'm surprised the amount of panic in the papers. I don't watch the news, so I don't know what's the news, but in the papers, it doesn't bear out.
प्रेस और मीडिया का काम ही ज़रा
मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ, यही हो रहा है कि they are मचा रहे हैं।
पैनिक फैलाने प्रेस का मीडिया का काम है यहाँ पे, इसलिए हम भी आपको पैनिक में रखेंगे आज शो के।
My children rang me. My daughter and my son rang me. Dad, you must bring masks because we can't buy any in Pakistan. And I just read again in the paper that 2 lorries have been stopped where people were buying masks, stealing from hospitals and all these to bring into England and sell at £17 or £18 a mask from Spain or somewhere else. So I haven't bought any. Because when you read up about how you can get it, I don't think a mask will save you, really. And then we have faith. We were discussing this afternoon. You know, we have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Beshak.
And everything is destined and it's going to happen. So, and then I read somewhere recently that you have that faith. Keep clean. Do your wudu, wash your hands, alhamdulillah, and have that faith. And
जो अल्लाह चाहेगा वो तो होके ही रहेगा फिर। और ये बचत का सबसे अच्छा तरीका, अपनी एहतियाती तदाबीर पूरी करें लेकिन अल्लाह पे भरोसा रखें कि अल्लाह ताला मदद करेगा। हमारे प्रोग्राम में एक सवाल ज़रूर शामिल होता है। हर हफ्ते हम आपसे एक सवाल पूछा करते हैं किसी तस्वीर के हवाले से। आपको किसी भी जगह की तस्वीर दिखाते हैं और पूछते हैं कि कहाँ पे वाक़ है, तो देखते हैं हमारा आज का सवाल क्या है। रिवायत के मुताबिक आपके स्क्रीन्स के ऊपर एक तस्वीर दिखाई जा रही है और हमेशा से जैसे कि हमारा तरीक़ेकार है, अगर आपको मालूम है कि ये जगह कहाँ पे वाक़ है, बड़ी मशहूर मारूफ जगह है बरतानिया की, अगर आपको पता हो तो आप लाइव कॉल्स के ज़रिए से सवाल का हमें जवाब दे सकते हैं, पूछ सकते हैं। इसके हवाले से कोई भी खुसूसी आपकी वाक़फ़ियत हो, अहमियत की, इसकी तारीख़ के हवाले से, तो ज़रूर लाइव कॉल के ज़रिए से जवाब दे सकते हैं। यहाँ पर जितने मौजूद हैं इन्हें तो पता है लेकिन आपसे भी ये सवाल पूछ सकते हैं। तो मालिक की, लेट मी आस्क अबाउट हलाल टूरिज़्म। इट्स in my view, it's a recent concept. It's not something, it used to be like people used to think about religious tourism, like going to Hajj and Umrah. But this halal tourism, what is this about then?
I mean, as you said, you're right. People saw what we deemed to be halal tourism as Hajj and Umrah. However, then from the 1990s, we were getting some other new destinations where incomes of the second generation were surplus and they wanted to go somewhere and experience halal locations. So Malaysia even popped up as well, where you could have like go to hotels, or you know, number one point was you can have halal food. You could have some heritage there as well, and you know, you could have women only services as well. So that's how it all started to emerge, and then it was like going to other countries as well. Turkey is another top location as well. And what they've done, they've got a very good strategy in terms of the tourism and how they've done it. It's from a top-down approach, a government approach, where they would actually, they've supported the making of, you know, Uturul, etc., and the Turkish Netflix TV series, which, you know,
all the soft power, really wrapping
which
around
people are,
it.
you know, hooked onto. And from there, people want to, oh, they went to this site, they went to that site, let's then go to Turkey and have that tour. So that's where the heritage side is coming in.
Yeah, that's why this halal tourism industry is now building up, and it's coming up with commercial models and outcomes and everything else associated.
And the thing is, people commonly think that this has only been established in Muslim countries, but there are also non-Muslim countries which are also gaining pace as well. Now, not a lot of people know that according to the Crescent rating, which is seen as the halal World Halal Authority, Halal Travel Authority in the world, they're based in Singapore, and they carry out their own surveys, etc., and their own research to find, you know, which non-OIC, Organisation of Islamic Countries, is serving the Muslim communities or Muslim needs the most. And England, for the last 2 years, has actually been in position number 3. This also includes prayer facilities as well. That's something else as well.
So I was going to ask, do the hotels have to have prayer facilities? I read somewhere, though I subscribe to your, you send me messages regularly, and I often look from Pakistan and
one
think
potential
one day
customer here.
I'll take the family on a halal holiday somewhere in the world. But you know, I read somewhere that the hotels that they're trying to pick are alcohol-free, halal meals.
Or if the alcohol's not within the mini bar as well, in the room.
All right, so no alcohol in the hotel.
Well, some people are for that, and some people are okay. They're okay if it's in the hotel. We don't go to the bar, as long as it's not in our own room.
What about serving? Because if it's a mixed hotel, and especially at breakfast and dinners and lunches, that you know they will serve bacon and stuff and probably fry it on the same. These were the sort of things I was reading. And do they fry their bacon on the same thing that they scramble my eggs on, or whatever?
No, that wouldn't be the case. You know, in terms of like hotels, we you know, partner up with. We've actually do diligence separately. It's labelled as well. It's, you know, so there's no, as I say, cross-contamination that's happening.
और सही साहब, टूरिज़म के हवाले से आपकी कहानी बिल्कुल उल्टी है। लोग बरतानिया घूमने आते हैं, आप यहाँ से 50 साल बाद वापस पाकिस्तान चले गए। क्यों ऐसे डिसीजन था कि आप जहाँ पैदा हुए, पले बढ़े, 50 साल गुजारे, पाकिस्तान चले गए छोड़ के सब एकदम?
I never ever thought, and everybody who knows me is still in shock that मैंने ये किया। But I wanted to take the children and live in Saudi Arabia. And I wanted them to learn Arabic because it's such an important part of our lives, and yet we read it secondhand, or the information we get is secondhand. And that was the journey that we were trying to go on. But then we couldn't get the visas.
And
then they wouldn't give us visas. This was about 6-7 years ago. We couldn't get the visa. At that time, there's some issue with family visas. So we went to Pakistan, and my parents were living there. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has his ways. We stayed with my parents. Then I kept coming back to the business. The kids stayed there. And then, sadly, I lost my father a year later. But in the time that I did spend with him, I got trained in Pakistan, because it is an alien place. I might as well be on the moon. You know, it's different for us who've lived here all their lives, and it still is different. And then I was doing nothing. And then I met Orphans in Need. They had issues in Pakistan with transparency and
local governance.
Yeah, local donors sending money from here, and the most important thing was getting information back. You know, the charities here need the information, and they don't get it. So they asked me, there was a friend of mine asked me, look, why don't you help us? And I refused. You know, I thought at the age of 57 to take on such a responsibility in alien territory was probably not for me. And we went on a journey together, visiting Pakistan. And I met some amazing people who do amazing charitable work there. And they are the invisible people. And you wonder how Pakistan is kept together, and they're the people who are doing this good work.
Behind the scenes,
behind the scenes, you know, with schools, 200 schools, this, and so alhamdulillah, after that I thought, yes. So I opened the office for Orphans in Need in Pakistan, alhamdulillah, it's now 4 years.
Alhamdulillah.
We look after 1,035 children there. We sponsor them. They have to be in education. We look after the medical needs. We visit them, child protection. Huge issue around the world now. So alhamdulillah, we visit them once a month to make sure they're okay.
और वैसे सही साहब, ये कैसा रहा एक्सपीरियंस कि जो हम लोग अक्सर बात करते हैं, जो वहाँ से यहाँ आते हैं, उन्हें तो कल्चरल शॉक लगता है यहाँ आके, यहाँ से वहाँ जाके कल्चरली एडजस्ट करने में कैसा आपको लगा कि शॉक था, बिल्कुल नया सिस्टम?
I was one of the first Pakistanis, I suppose, in that generation of 1963 or whatever it was when we first came here. But I always, we're Patwari. So say Punjabi bolde hain, you know.
Connection pura tha wahan se.
No, say. And it's mother tongue. But I always kept connection with the family, the friends that we have in Bradford, Leeds. I used to go to Pakistan, not often, once in 5 years or whatever. But I was quite close to my Pakistani families and heritage. So it's for me, there was no shock. The reality is that it is as difficult as everybody tells you it is.
Sure.
But my mother lives there. After my father, we couldn't leave my mother. I started this work, we couldn't leave. Sometimes I joke and say we're prisoners in Pakistan. But it is not easy. It is not easy.
Just kind of time.
But there's huge work to do. It's unbelievable how bad the situation is for the poor, the orphans. There's 5 million orphans no one's looking after in Pakistan. Disabled, there's almost 20 million disabled people in Pakistan. That's more than 10% of the population.
20 million out of 200 million. That's great. Abdul Maalik, I think he mentions a good point about the generation changes, like the generation that was before us, or the people who came in as immigrants, as first generation immigrants. Your target audience is pretty much the ones who have a bit of spare money now in the second generation or the third generation. Do you see the behaviors changing overall?
Not quite, no, because we do get elders on our tours as well. The only, I could say, extra care that we take with the elders is that they perhaps have a they're not able to walk too far on the walking tours. So they like to have a tour that can be done by a vehicle. So then that's when how we establish with regards to the London taxi tour, like cab tour, and they absolutely love it. So it's short distances of walking, but we cover a lot more of London as well. So there is that interest still there amongst the elders to discover, as I say, Muslim connections even to London as well.
True. So that is still a generation.
There's still that generation.
And what's the flow like? Do you get more people traveling from here, like in the Western countries, to the Islamic countries like Malaysia and Turkey, or do you really see more people from those regions coming to into halal tourism in the West
with
Side
regards
as well?
to myself, my company name is called Halal Tourism Britain. So we specialise in UK inbound
activity.
tourism. So our clients are either domestic already from Britain, or they're coming from abroad to Britain. And that's generally what we tend to work on. We are getting a growing demand to have a similar tour in Paris as well. So we are working on Paris as well.
So how do you design inbound, like
inbound?
As in,
it's different. It's totally different. Everyone else from the Muslim community goes outbound.
That's
and we
what
do
I've heard
inbound.
so far.
They don't seem to realise that, as I mentioned, UK is the third most popular place in terms of a non-organisational Islamic countries destination for Muslims. Muslims are coming to Britain already, so why can't you tap into that market to give them that additional type of service as well? So for example, if people come to Britain, people don't realise we have heritage here that goes back to the 700s, Muslim heritage that goes back to the 700s, 141 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad. So that's when the earliest Muslim connection to Britain is. Where is it? We will take people to there, we would explain about it, how did it emerge, you know, the subsequent connections as well. But people just don't realise that. When we look at Muslim heritage, we think maybe, in Europe especially, we think about Turkey or Andalus, Spain. That's it. People are going from here to there. And we think, well, no, why are you doing that? You're living here, but yet you don't know about your own heritage where you live, where your parents brought you here, you've been born here, you're bred here, educated. Your children are born and bred here as well. Except you're telling, you know, there's this saying sometimes we do here, we need to teach our children about our history back home. But you're living here, born and bred, and you're going to die here probably as well. And your kids.
So you need to make the connections within here, understand the culture. और ये वाकई में बड़ी ज़रूरी बात है कि जिस कम्युनिटी का हम हिस्सा हों, जिस माशरे का हम हिस्सा हों, उसमें अपना पॉजिटिव रोल भी होना चाहिए। मुसलमानों की हमारी कितनी बड़ी तादाद है बरतानिया के अंदर, लेकिन अगर एक कम्युनिटी के अतबार से हमारी समझें कि वेटेज की बात करें या कोई नुक्ता नज़र को आगे बढ़ाने की बात करें, तो बड़ा लिमिटेड सा स्कोप नज़र आता है। और सही तब ये एक प्रॉब्लम जो चैरिटीज़ यहाँ से पाकिस्तान में या दुनिया के दूसरे ख़ित्तों में भी काम कर रही हैं, ये चैलेंज आपको नज़र नहीं आता है कि जो कम्युनिटीज़ यहाँ पे हैं वो ज़्यादा कंफर्टेबल होती हैं वहाँ खर्च करने में या वहाँ किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट्स को सपोर्ट करने में, लेकिन लोकल प्रोजेक्ट्स काफ़ी सफ़र कर जाते हैं इस हवाले से? आपका क्या ख्याल है इसमें?
There was a study just recently by British Council, just completed, launched in London, and I followed that. And that concluded that 1.2 billion pounds a year Pakistanis are giving to charity. That we know about. You know, you sending £400 to your family or to local masjid, this not recorded. Of that, more or less half is given in the UK. So that's surprising. Yes, the unofficial thing may go to Pakistan, but half is spent in the UK to Islamic charities within UK and other non-Islamic charities as well. So, you know, it's only 600 or so million that is going to Pakistan. And one of the things that I've been beating a drum about on this journey, because the study was launched in Islamabad and I was invited. And then I followed it here and it was launched recently in London. Was that it's surprising, it's not a lot of money. In the scheme of things, it's not a huge amount of money going to Pakistan. When I tell you about, we don't even count the poor, I was just telling you about disabled and orphans being almost 25 million. And one of the things I've been saying to everybody here is, send it to Pakistan.
The amount of the problems that
send it to Pakistan, and especially now that, you know, we're in quite a dire strait in the sense that, you know, I'll give you an example. We do food parcels. You send us money, we distribute food parcels. We produced a food parcel for 3,200 rupees 14 months ago ourselves, so that we produce it ourselves, but buying the stuff from the market, packing it, and distributing it. I just did them 1 month ago, 5,200 rupees. Roti is about 10 or 12 rupees. Atta and these basic.
एक कॉलर हमारे साथ हैं, हम उनसे भी बात करते हैं, गुफ्तगू जारी रखते हैं। We have a caller with us. अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
जनाब कैसे हैं आप?
उर्दू में बात करूं या अंग्रेजी में या पंजाबी में, जिस तरह जो भी कहें, सिंधी में, बलोची में, जिस तरह भी।
अंग्रेजी में करें ताकि सबकी समझ में आ जाए।
मैं पेशे के लिहाज से अकाउंटेंट हूँ, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ, और मैं यकीनी तौर पर मैंने बहुत सारी चैरिटीज के अकाउंट भी किए हैं, लेकिन एक रिजर्वेशन जो मेरी नजर में आई है वो ये है कि चूंकि इनकी फुल जो है ना वो आप समझें कि वो ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं होती। सारी की बात कर रहा, प्लीज माफ कीजिएगा, मैं सबकी बात नहीं कर रहा, बहुत सारों की ऐसी होती है, चूंकि कैश वसूल की जाती है ज्यादातर, اور اس کیش کا جو دیکھیں نا, اگر کوئی آدمی کو 1000 پاؤنڈ کیش دیتا ہے اور اس کی رسید تو دے دیں تو بہت اچھی بات ہے, لیکن اگر آپ کے ڈبے میں ڈال دیتا ہے تو اس کی رسید تو نہیں ہوا کرتی, اس کا کہیں بھی استعمال ہو سکتا ہے. میں آپ کو ان کو پتا ہے کہ میں ایک چیریٹی کے ساتھ کام کرتا ہوں, الحمدللہ ویری ہیپی. میجورٹی جو ہے دیر از اے لاٹ آف ورک, اور یقینی طور پر کہا جاتا ہے کہ پاکستان کے لوگ جو ہیں سب سے زیادہ چیریٹیبل لوگ ہیں. تو اگر آپ اچھا کام کر رہے ہیں تو لوگ آپ کے ساتھ جناب تعاون کریں گے, اور یہ کیری آن گڈ ورک. جتنی بھی چیریٹی, میں تو یہ کہتا ہوں the more the merrier. جتنی بھی ایک آدمی مجھے کہنے لگا جی کہ اتنی چیریٹیز کیا ہیں, میں نے کہا یار ایسی کیا بات ہے, اس میں کیا فکر کی بات ہے. جتنے بھی زیادہ دیکھیں نا, اپنا اپنا اثر رسوخ ہوتا ہے, اپنا اپنا دائرہ ہوتا ہے, اپنے اپنے رفیق ہوتے ہیں, دوست ہوتے ہیں, برادری ہوتی ہے. تو اگر آپ ان کے اس طریقے سے اگر لوگوں سے پیسے وصول کر سکیں اور کسی کی فلاح اور بہبود کے لیے استعمال کر سکے تو اس میں کوئی بری بات نہیں.
بہت زبردست, اور میرے خیال میں بڑی اچھی بات کی ہے. اور یہی سعید صاحب جو تذکرہ کر رہے تھے, پاکستان میں ٹرانسپیرنسی جس چیریٹی کے ساتھ یہ کام کر رہے ہیں, آرفنز ان نیڈ پاکستان کی آن دا گراؤنڈ پریزنس ہونا اس لحاظ سے بھی ضروری ہے. اور یہ میرے خیال میں بڑا اچھا پروجیکٹ ہے سعید صاحب کا کہ وہاں موجود ہیں, دیکھ رہے ہیں کہ کیسے خرچ ہو رہے ہیں, بچوں کی پرورش کیسے ہو رہی ہے, ڈاکیومنٹیشن پوری کرنا, کافی بڑا ایڈمن کا یہ سیٹ اپ ہوتا ہے جس کو وہ بھی دیکھ رہے ہیں. عبدالمالک بھائی, what's the scope like? What's the uptake been for you so far? People are picking up on your products, people are interested in them, people are coming in numbers and this and that, or is it you still think that it's a growing segment, that it's yet to hit its peak?
It's a niche market, but people, year by year, when we look at the amount of bookings that we have, it's increasing. In the last year, we had about 73% rise compared to the year before. So there is a demand for it. But what we're doing, which is unique, we keep on offering new experiences as well. So, for example, something new that we've got lined up this year, next month, is a halal Sunday buffet brunch as well, cruise. On a boat.
On a cruise.
Now, have you ever heard about that happening in Britain before? No.
No.
So this is the first time.
It's one of a kind of experience.
We have to go. I lived there 51 years and I don't know where this first Muslim came here.
Now we've got the invite free of cost now.
We should go next time. I'll take my family on a tour when I come here.
There you go. And how do you design these experiences then? Is it something that you research constantly? You go and visit the locations?
It's a bit of both. When we establish them, we like to visit the locations, see what the competitors are. Could a halal version be done? If it's to do with actual sites, then we need to know what the Muslim heritage connections to these sites are. Now, myself, I a few years back qualified as Britain's first professionally qualified Muslim tour guide. So I made history. And that's something I, in terms of myself as well as the company, I always want to go one better each year. You have to always keep building. You can't stay static because you're not going to get you're going to achieve anything anyway.
I think we need to do a show with Abdul Maalik bhai as a tour guide of Britain, of Islamic Britain. I think it's a very unique and different concept in a way that Britain, جو ہم لوگ سمجھتے ہیں, اس کا اسلامک ہیریٹیج کیا ہے, ہسٹری کیا ہے. جیسے عبد المالک صاحب تذکرہ کہہ رہے ہیں کہ مسلمانوں کی تاریخ حضور اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے 140 سال کے بعد یہاں سے جڑتی ہے, شروع ہو جاتی ہے. تو یہ یونیک سی بات ہے, اس پہ سوچنا چاہیے. جہاں جس علاقوں میں ہم رہتے ہیں, جن معاشرے کے اندر ہم اٹھتے بیٹھتے ہیں, جہاں ہمارے بچے رہتے ہیں, ان کو بتائیں کہ یہاں پہ اسلام کے کتنے گہرا اس کے اثر و رسوخ ہیں اور کتنی ہسٹری ہمارے یہاں پہ پرانی ہے. جو سوال ہم نے آپ سے پوچھا تھا, اس میں بھی کوئی نہ کوئی کنیکشن ضرور ہو گئے. سوال آپ کے اسکرین کے اوپر دوبارہ ہم تصویر اس کو دکھا رہے ہیں. اگر آپ کو معلوم ہو کہ یہ تصویر کہاں کی دکھائی جا رہی ہے, اس تصویر میں دکھائی جانے والی عمارت کہاں پہ واقع ہے, تو یہ جو ہے وہ ضرور لائیو کال کر کے آپ بتا سکتے ہیں. اور برطانیہ کا جھنڈا آپ کو نظر آ رہا ہے, تو اتنی تو ہنٹ آپ کو مل گئی ہوگی کہ برطانیہ کے اندر ہے, اور یہ بڑی مشہور و معروف جگہ ہے. اور تو یہ جو آپ کو اگر معلوم ہو تو ضرور آپ لائیو کالز کے ذریعے سے ہمیں سوال کا جواب دے سکتے ہیں. ہمیں ایک چھوٹی سی بریک کے اوپر بھی جانا ہے. سعید صاحب, ایک منٹ میں ہمیں بریک کے اوپر جانا ہے. اگر آپ سے میں پوچھوں کہ سب سے زیادہ پاکستان میں آپ نے نیڈ ابھی جو دیکھی ہے, آپ نے اپنے بیٹے کے حوالے سے ایک نئی ڈسیبلٹیز کا کام بھی شروع کیا ہے, کیوں اتنی زیادہ نیڈ وہاں پہ ہے کہ گورنمنٹ سپورٹ نہیں کر پا رہی ہے, پرائیویٹ سیکٹر کو آگے بڑھنا پڑ رہا ہے؟ یہ کیا وجہ کہ یہ نیڈ بڑھتی چلی جا رہی ہے اور اس میں ہم سپورٹ نہیں کر پا رہے ہیں؟
The biggest problem is that we have a population of over 200 million. And majority of them are poor.
صحیح.
Secondly, Imran Khan, he has worries about electricity. He has worries about, water is a huge problem. We have water shortages now in Pakistan. So, the orphan and the poor people and the disabled are last of the sort of line of people who are going to get anything. There's no facilities. You're building everything new. there's hardly anything. If you look at disability, there's hardly any disability centres. The ones that are, I think there was a report that there's one physiotherapist to 300,000 of the population. And you'll go to hospitals and they have no disability. Yet disability is a huge cost to Pakistan, because if you're disabled, you cannot work for your family, and then they beg, and then somebody has to support them.
तकरीबन सोसाइटी से आप कट जाते हैं. हमें एक छोटी सी ब्रेक लेनी है. ब्रेक के बाद इस आगे टॉपिक को और डिस्कवर करते हैं कि कैसे ये मसाइल हैं, उनको आगे कैसे हल किया जा सकता है. हमें एक छोटी सी ब्रेक पे जाना है. ब्रेक के बाद आपसे दोबारा मिलते हैं. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. ब्रेक के बाद एक बार फिर खुश आमदीद. आपका मेज़बान रोहान बिन शम्स. पेश खिदमत है सईद खालिक साहब, अब्दुल मालिक टेलर साहब यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं. कुछ टूरिज़म के हवाले से, कुछ ट्रैवलिंग के हवाले से, कुछ मुसलमानों की एक तारीख़ी वर्से के हवाले से, कुछ पाकिस्तान के मसाइल के हवाले से, पाकिस्तान में बच्चों की और डिसेबिलिटीज़ के जो मसाइल हैं उनके हवाले से गपशप हो रही है, बातचीत हो रही है. अगर आप शामिल होना चाहें तो ज़रूर लाइव कॉल्स के ज़रिए से आप इस प्रोग्राम में शामिल हो सकते हैं. कोई सवाल पूछ सकते हैं जो हमने सवाल आपसे पूछा हुआ है, एक तस्वीरी सवाल की सूरत के अंदर उसका जवाब दे सकते हैं. इस प्रोग्राम में अगर अपना हिस्सा डालना चाहें तो ज़रूर डाल सकते हैं. तो मालिक, let's talk about your own career a bit as well. Why tourism and why halal tourism and becoming a kind of a tour guide expert?
I've always had a fascination. I mean, I used to be Hindu and I became Muslim.
Right.
And since that time, I always had a fascination with regards to looking at Muslim heritage of Britain. It's partially because at university I had to choose like focus groups. And my focus groups I used to choose were Muslims. I didn't used to choose racial groups, Pakistanis, Bengalis, or certain African communities, etc. No, it was always the Muslim community, and I really had to justify to my lecturers why I kept on choosing the Muslim community. To them, it was a faith group. Okay, but then I had to look at the early Muslim communities, which were seen at that time to be around Woking Mosque, as well as around the Liverpool mosque as well, because they were some of the first known mosques that we knew about.
Mosque as well.
Yes, yes. So that's where the interest all started from.
And then you reverted to Islam after that?
No, before that.
Before that.
I was 18 years old when I became Muslim.
Because your name is still Abdul Maalik Taylor.
Taylor, yes.
So that's from...
Taylor's the, how can I say, when the ancestors that left India,
right?
You know, when some of them went to like Africa and some of them went to Fiji, due to stories apparently, due to immigration purposes, they thought let's make it easier and change Darji, the one who sews, the caste, the profession, to the English equivalent, which is the tailor.
Into a surname.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's history. That's heritage with us here as well now. And I think you've discovered some very unique elements of the Muslim and Pakistani heritage in the area as well. And we were looking at the pictures from the Olympic back in 1948 and this and that. So what's the story behind it? What's the story behind this
look
picture?
At this photograph here. This is the 1948 Pakistani International Olympics team who came to London because at that time, in 1948, the Olympics was held in Wembley. Wembley Stadium, and they stayed in Acton. That's where I live as well, Acton, probably about a mile away from where I live. And they were staying in a school that was called Acton High School, or back then it was Acton County School. And the school closed early in that summer holiday, the August time, and they actually put up Arabic words around the school. They, you know, Bismillah, prayer room. They stayed there with the Iraqi Olympics team, Iranian Olympics team, and they brought in some Indian chefs from the Visharami restaurant, Indian restaurant from Regent Street, which opened up in the 1920s. And they were cooking their own gosal and this, that, whatever. But there's a story with regards to the flag bearer who's at the front of the picture. His name is Ahmed Khan. And when the whole team got on the coach to go to Wembley Stadium, he was running late, so he got left behind. What's that, typical Pakistani time? Sorry?
Technically, 2 hours later to running.
But he managed to, you know, catch it. It was said like a couple of vehicles had to change, but he made it just in time to be the flag bearer at the opening ceremony to represent Pakistan at the front.
Make up the whole
but he was actual, Ahmed Khan, he was actually the shot putter for the Olympics team as well. So they're all men they were. And it was the team was 35 men strong, and then there was also the actual captain, Muhammad Rizwan, and he was previously in Second World War. He was actually a POW in a Japanese concentration camp as well. So he actually led the
whole delegation,
the captain basically, you could say, of the delegation as well. And they had a tour around central London as well. They thought Westminster Abbey was. They asked, the tour guide leader, is that a graveyard? That's how they interpreted it. But then even in Acton Town Hall, they had a ceremony there as well. So it was celebrated. Their presence was very much celebrated here.
And that's 1948.
1948, 1 year after.
Just 1 year after.
After
literally 6-7 months after Pakistan came into creation. और ये लंदन में हुआ. ये सारी तारीख लंदन की है. मेरे ख्याल में बहुत कम लोगों को इस तारीख का मालूम भी होगा. एक्टन टाउन में उनका रहना, वेम्बले स्टेडियम जाना, अहमद खान का एज यूजुअल बस से लेट हो जाना, ये सारी चीज़ें शामिल हैं. Sayyid Sahab, I think one connected question to sports and the way communities progress in Pakistan as well. Disabilities के साथ जो बच्चे हैं या जो खुसूसन अभी छोटे बच्चे हैं जो बड़े होते जा रहे हैं, हमारे माशरे में बिल्कुल कट ऑफ हो जाते हैं. मतलब यहाँ पैरालंपिक्स हैं, यहाँ उनको सपोर्ट मिलती है कि मुख्तलिफ शुबों के अंदर चले जाते हैं. ऑटिज़म का अलग शोबा है, फिज़िकल डिसेबिलिटीज़ का अलग है. पाकिस्तान के अंदर कोई सेटअप नज़र ही नहीं आता है, तो इतनी बिल्कुल मिसिंग है चीज़ वहाँ पर.
जो चीज़ पाकिस्तान में नज़र आती है ना, broken to comfortable Pakistani now. I'll speak Urdu, Punjabi, and a bit of English.
The
newscasters.
Sab chalega.
The thing you see in Pakistan now, the government schools that there are for special needs children are usually focused on deaf and blind. Deaf and blind children are very, very smart. They're very clever intellectually. Disabled children, physically disabled, mentally disabled, there's very little. And the things that do exist, the institutions that do exist, are actually run by individual people.
सही. जैसे मनाज़िर ये आपके एडम लाइफ साइकिल जो आपके सेंटर है इसके भी नज़र आ रहे हैं.
So they're done by individual. I saw an amazing one in Karachi once. A gentleman, a doctor, went from here. He started teaching people, treating them in his private room, and then he passed away. And his son now has a place with almost it's called KVTC in Karachi. Amazing institute. They teach, and they're not residential. They're children that people bring there.
So it's a day school.
But they have an Olympics. We have an Olympics in Pakistan for disabled children. And he's doing fantastic work. And also what he's doing is they're training people so they could give them a life. You'll go into one room and there's someone, they teach him how to peel potatoes and then wash dishes, and they'll get them a job in Burger Bar in Karachi. And that's the sort of thing you need, but you need it at a government level. Sadly, we don't have it. And as I said, the government's very busy. And I went to one government body and I said, we want to open a disability center. He said, why? Why do you want to do this in Pakistan? We have got no money. I said, but I don't want money. I want to do it properly. So that's the biggest problem. And we're shy. The other thing is Pakistani people, Muslims generally ashamed of disability.
True.
And yet I think every family's touched by it somewhere. Somewhere there's a chachi, taya, nani, child somewhere that is disabled. But we tend to hide and shy away from them.
एक स्टिग्मा बनाया हुआ है हमारे माशरे में इसका बिल्कुल अलग से. तो ये कैसा अभी तक कैसा रहा आपका एक्सपीरियंस ये जो आपने डिसेबिलिटी सेंटर्स शुरू किए हैं?
Reception कैसी है? We went to Pakistan about 10 years ago, 13 years ago, to live there and open a disability center when Adam was still alive. We lasted 6 months because there was a property boom and nobody was interested in helping us. That's when this guy said, why are you doing it? And we lasted 6 months, so we ran away. And this time we were working with orphans in need. And suddenly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took Adam away from us one morning. He wasn't even ill. He was perfectly healthy at 15. And I said to my wife while we were mourning, I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sanu tulda marya. He gave us a kick. Because we've talked about disability. We have 15 years international experience. We should. So alhamdulillah, we opened Adam Life Care, our first center. We've seen 5,500 patients in this 1 year.
Alhamdulillah.
But what we're doing is quite unique, and this is what I want, the message I want to leave people, and people can do it in every city that they're from. They can do it in Jhelum. I met somebody today who wants to do it in Jhelum. Is that we have a model, and we're registering the charity, alhamdulillah, and it's Adam Life Care here in England. In England, there's thousands of disability centers.
Sure.
After 3 to 5 years, the machines are obsolete. I've started collecting them, shipping to Pakistan. The machines we have there are Chinese and bakwas, really. They don't last that long. So we're shipping machines for free. We're getting them for free, and they're very happy to donate them to us. Secondly, universities here have thousands of courses for disability.
Sure.
I've spoken to a few. They want to send their students out there for 3 months, 6 months sabbaticals, who are far ahead of our students there. So you've got them there as well. So alhamdulillah, we're going to do joint ventures with hospitals. They give us a room, we set it all up. A brother that I met earlier today, they're opening an eye hospital, but they'll give us a floor to open Adam Life Care too, alhamdulillah. And then we'll provide the expertise, and then we're looking for doctors, Pakistani and other doctors, who will give us online 30 minutes surgeries. This isn't difficult because they don't need to look inside a person.
True.
Most of it is, you know, they can visibly see, we give them reports.
And then
So we're making very interactive.
alhamdulillah वही जहाँ इरादा हो, नियत हो, अल्लाह ताला भी मदद करते हैं. आप देख रहे हैं कि कैसे सईद साहब ने ये प्रोजेक्ट जो लेके चल रहे हैं, कैसे इसमें तरक्की भी अल्लाह ताला इन्हें भी दे, इसको आगे भी लेके चले. और जो ज़रूरत है वाकई में इन डिसेबल बच्चों के हवाले से या लोगों के हवाले से इसको पूरा करने की हम सब की ज़िम्मेदारी बनती है. इसको ज़रूर पूरा करना चाहिए. हमारे हर प्रोग्राम में हम आपको एक ख़बर भी ज़रूर दिखाते हैं, कोई अनहोनी सी ऐसी ख़बर हो जो पूरे हफ्ते में हुई हो. देखते हैं कि हमारी आज की ख़बर क्या है. आज मेरे ख्याल में ख़बर जो है वो ज़्यादा तेज़ हो गई है, तो ख़बर जब तक आती है इस ख़बर के हवाले से हम देखेंगे कि आज फ्रांस से, पेरिस की कुछ ख़बरें आज आपको हम दिखा रहे हैं. देखते हैं कि आपकी स्क्रीन के ऊपर अब क्या आता है. देखिए, फ्रांस के मुख्तलिफ पार्क्स और जो नेशनल पार्क्स हैं उनके अंदर कई जगह पे सब्ज़े के ढेर कुछ ऐसे लग सके हैं कि जो टॉक्सिक मटेरियल्स के ऊपर मुरतब शुदा हैं. आप देख रहे हैं कि फ्रांस के मुख्तलिफ इलाकों के अंदर खेतियों को ख़राब करने वाले कुछ ऐसे टॉक्सिक जो है कह लें कि अजनास या अज्जा उगते चले जा रहे हैं घास के अंदर, कि जो हर जगह के ऊपर तबाही भी फैलाते चले जा रहे हैं. तो वहाँ के साइंसदानों ने काफ़ी अरसे की तहक़ीक़ के बाद इस चीज़ का फ़ैसला किया है कि टॉक्सिक घास है, ये घास का जो एक ख़ास नमूना होता है कि जिसके अंदर कुछ ऐसे जहरीले मादे हैं कि जो जहाँ पे उग जाते हैं वहाँ मिट्टी को ख़राब करते हैं, पूरे पहाड़ों को ख़राब करते हैं, और अगर कोई खेत खलियान और कोई फूल अगर वहाँ निकल आना शुरू हो जाए तो उनको ख़राब करते हैं. तो इनका हल ये निकाला गया है कि इनको पूरे फ्रांस से जमा करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, और ये बड़ा अजीम और शान एक रिसाइकलिंग का सेंटर बनाया गया है कि जहाँ पे इन्हीं टॉक्सिक मटेरियल्स को इस्तेमाल करते हुए मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें बनाई जाएंगी, सिंथेटिक प्लास्टिक्स बनाए जाएंगे, और मुख्तलिफ जो पूरे फ्रांस के अंदर फैली हुई घास फूस है जिसे आप कह लें, उसको ला के सेंटर के अंदर जमा किया जाएगा. वहाँ से नए नमूनों के ज़रिए से उसको दोबारा काबिल अमल भी लाया जाएगा, काबिल इस्तेमाल भी लाया जाएगा, और पूरे फ्रांस के सफाई का भी एक इस लिहाज से इंतज़ाम हो जाएगा कि जो मुख्तलिफ जगहों के ऊपर ये घास फैली हुई है कि जिसकी वजह से फ्रांस की मिट्टी ख़राब हो रही है, क्लाइमेट ख़राब हो रहा है, एनवायरनमेंट ख़राब हो रहा है, उससे बचाव का साइंसदानों ने ये तरीका निकाला है कि उससे इस्तेमाल करते हुए बेइंतहा चीज़ें बनाई जा सकती हैं. डिटर्जेंट्स का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, एक एंटी जिसे कह लें कि जो पूरे आप समझें कि किचन के आपके कैबिनेट के नीचे जो रखा हुआ होता है सामान, डिटर्जेंट्स हैं, सफाई के हैं, मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें, इन सब को तरतीब देने का इंतजाम किया जा रहा है. तो हमने सोचा कि आपको खबर दिखाएं कि कैसे जो तरक्की याफ्ता कौमें हैं जो अपने माहौल के बारे में सोचती हैं, वो घास फूस से भी मुख्तलिफ अशिया का इस्तेमाल करते हुए अच्छी चीज़ें बना सकते हैं. तो हमें भी सोचना चाहिए कि कैसे हम चीज़ों को बेहतर से बेहतरी की तरफ लेके जा सकते हैं. So Abdul Maalik, in your experiences, and you must have plenty across the whole of Britain, what's the most unique thing that you've discovered about Muslim heritage in Britain? Trade secrets, no trade secrets.
I'm asked this many times, to be honest. I'm asked this many times, and my simple answer is it's not I don't have a single thing that's been the most, you know, that I've said that yes, this is the discovery that I've made out of all of it. I think it's looking at all of it in its entirety, all the different discoveries.
And it's a combination of different things.
So, but one of the things I do admit to, when I found London's first mosque, which existed in, it was established in 1895 in Camden Town.
In Camden, not the Woking one?
No, in London. London's first mosque was 1895. And when I discovered that in the archives, because I was able to pinpoint the door number, that's when I did go Allahu Akbar, and I asked the archivist over there, could I use the room to just do a prayer? So that was perhaps the one which I did have a bit of enjoyment, if you like.
Absolutely.
But when I'm looking at all other discoveries, even to do with the 1948 Olympics team staying in Acton where I live, Abdul Yusuf Ali used to stay in Acton as well. That's another connection I made. I was like, wow. So each time it's just like that wow, basically all the time.
And so many things scattered all around.
You never notice it. They could be around.
And I think with your research, and there's always a new nugget that you're finding here and there.
Absolutely.
So then you turn them into experiences for people to go in and discover them.
Yes.
And what's
the... That's outdoor learning.
Outdoor learning.
You don't need to be learning in a school environment or in walls. You can see it out on the streets. We can contextualize it for you. We tell you how it was at that time. And the reason why people would care. We had Muslims coming here in the 1600s, but yet we don't know them.
There's no history and at least no common knowledge about it in a way. I think
Yeah,
it must be there in the archives somewhere.
It is, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move, I mean, there are academics, Muslim academics, who are looking at this subject, but I'm trying to move it away from academia so it gets disseminated to lay people, like the tourists, etc. And that's what people are loving. It's not stuck in the in the books. It's coming out on the streets to everybody's level that they can understand it. It's part of when they're having a tour. You can see the ordinary sightseeing places, but there's a spin to it as well. You get to enjoy the Muslim heritage as well.
True, true. And bit of a theoretical question about it, but Abdul Maalik, why is that connection missing? Why are these things not commonly explored and known by the Muslim community? Why do we have this connection?
There's a number of reasons.
From history completely
there is a number of reasons. Mainstream at the moment is there's still a challenge for them to accept that Muslim heritage part as well as being in coexistence with other history that exists here. The other flip side of that is that some Muslim tourists who are coming over here, they would visit, Westminster Abbey, St. Paul's Cathedral, but going to Woking Mosque, which is a historical mosque, is not on the bucket list for some reason. But at the same time, ourselves, we are not willing to accept that we have heritage here. And that's, the challenge we have as well.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me saying, there's also the media element as well.
You're on media, come on.
They really need to support this as well, because we carried out some social media polls and to ask this question as well. 94% of respondents actually said it was a problem with the media because they don't show this.
We need a tour guide. I think a tour show with Abdul Maalik.
And we also, the other thing I was going to say, we also stuck into, what happened up until with the loss of Andalusia in 1492. After 1492, we say that we don't have any heritage.
No. Nothing
and
with Europe at all.
We get attacked for that as well by right-wing extremists as well. But if we knew that we empowered ourselves with regards to this heritage, of a Muslim heritage, then we could counter these challenges being posed upon us as well.
And you should come to Pakistan and do it in Pakistan.
No, you should do a tour in Pakistan.
You should do a Pakistan tourism in Pakistan. We need someone, because what they say is, let's go to Nang Karang. And you go to Nang Karang, and everybody leaves their rubbish there.
True.
And they don't tell you anything else about Nang Karang. This is Nang Karang. So you should come and live in Pakistan for a while.
I think that's the good thing to do now. Be a tour guide in Pakistan as well now.
But the funny thing is, I have actually inspired other people to become tour guides as well, they've told me. And recently as well, we were consulting, the Barbadian Halal Tourist Board as well. And they've now established a Muslim heritage tours in Barbados as well, and we were educating them about Muslim heritage over there, which they had no knowledge about.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And just generally across the whole society as well with Abdul Maalik, I think, have you not seen a growth of more acceptance about halal tourism in a way, that there are more hotels turning to halal food, there are more areas that are accepting more mosques, for example, and this and that? Is there a growth on the acceptance that Muslims do have that capacity to spend on tourism now?
Yes, there is now. And people are realising, like globally, what it was like 10 years ago in terms of the Muslim spend, and now when you look at it globally, it's the size of like a North America spend as well. So that shows there is a power amongst the spend, the green pound, as they say, amongst the Muslim community. But I think that a lot more mainstream bodies can actually embrace it a lot more.
And it's expanding, I think, halal tourism, halal fashion, halal food.
In terms of the different sectors as well, it is expanding. People are realising it. You have modest fashion as well. You also have like the makeup, halal makeup now as well, in terms of nail varnish, etc. as well. People are writing more literacy as well. So it is expanding.
It is a sector that सब जितना इसकी awareness होगी उतनी ज़्यादा ये चीज़ें बढ़ती चली जाएंगी. और सही साहब, ये इस हवाले से भी ज़रूरी है कि जितना लोगों का इंटरेक्शन सोसाइटी में बढ़ता है, मुसलमानों की एक्सेप्टेंस यहाँ पे बढ़ेगी, इसका पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट जो है वो पूरी दुनिया में हमें मेरे ख्याल में नज़र आता है. इस हवाले से कि मुसलमानों की यहाँ एक्सेप्टेंस बढ़ती है, कम्युनिटी में उनका इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ता है, पाकिस्तान में उसका इन्फ्लुएंस पड़ता है, क्योंकि यहाँ की कम्युनिटी और पाकिस्तान की कम्युनिटी बहुत ही जुड़ी हुई है. तो यहाँ जितना अच्छा मुसलमान होते हैं, वहाँ भी सपोर्ट होती चली जाती है. तो क्या फ्यूचर में कैसे देख रहे हैं आप फिर कि कुछ पाकिस्तान में भी बेहतरी यहाँ के मुसलमानों की वजह से नज़र आएगी, आप जैसे लोग और जाएंगे, कुछ उसको भी इम्प्रूव करेंगे?
Yes, but it'll take time. We have so many emergencies. So to think like this, I met quite a lot of young people here, alhamdulillah, recently, and they all want to work with Pakistan. We've all come out of the closet since 9/11, which is amazing, I find. And they want to work in Pakistan. But they're all thinking big. So we're all thinking that what we'll do is we'll build a hospital in the next 5 years, less money for 5 years, or how can we change education or healthcare in Pakistan, which takes years. Reality is that every day situation for the poor is getting worse. I'll give you an example. Somebody came to me. He started a school. He had an accident. He broke his legs. It's for a school for street children.
We'll take a caller and then we'll start with the street children because it's a very interesting topic. Caller हमारे साथ जो हैं वो सवाल भी उनसे ले लेते हैं जी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
जनाब
जनाब मेरा नाम मोहम्मद कासिम है। मेरा सवाल है सईद भाई से,
पूछिए
कि फ्यूचर में जो आप मजीद प्लान बना रहे हैं सेंटर्स खोलने के, डिसेबिलिटी सेंटर्स, उसके प्रोग्राम के लिए आपको पाकिस्तान गवर्नमेंट के साथ क्या डिफिकल्टी पेश आ रही हैं या आएंगी?
चले कासिम साहब सॉल्व कराएंगे डिफिकल्टीज, आप इनको बता दें अब क्या।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। अस्सलाम वालेकुम कासिम साहब। डिफिकल्टीज ये है कि उधर कोई सोच भी नहीं रहा डिसेबिलिटी के बारे में। दे आर बिजी, न्यू गवर्नमेंट, दे हैव मेनी इश्यूज, इज इट गोना स्टे, इज इट नॉट गोना स्टे? इमरान खान इज वन मैन really. So that's the reality, that no one is even thinking about disability. First, as I said earlier on, they're trying to get power, electricity, issues with India, with Afghanistan. So no one's thinking about disability. Yet it's 10% of the population that are disabled in one. So I don't know what I would say to the government. So, and I don't know if they'll ever listen. So reality is that what we're trying to do is, alhamdulillah, appeal to Pakistanis who are living here. It's fantastic. The brother earlier said that he sends money in Pakistan. You do a huge amount for Pakistan. It's in our nature to do. Our deen tells us to do that. But what I'm saying is, there's around me there's 14 mosques. They're only busy on a Friday in Pakistan. The rest of the time they're empty. But they got ACs, carpets, everything. So I'm trying to say to brothers here, find someone, one of your relatives in somewhere, wherever in Pakistan, whether it's Gilgit, Mirpur, and let's open a disability center there.
Sure.
Because they're disabled in every home there, and there's nothing for them. So that's the reality. One has to do it, and you people have to do it.
और यही तरीके जब सब हाथ मिलाएंगे, खुद इंडिविजुअल हम सोचें कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं, गवर्नमेंट तो जो करेगी उससे करने दें। इंडिविजुअली अगर हम सोचेंगे तो ज़रूर इसमें हल निकलेगा। हमारी एक शख्सियत से तारुफ ज़रूर हम कराते हैं हर शो के अंदर आपका। देखते हैं कि हमारी आज की पर्सनालिटी ऑफ द वीक कौन सी है। इंजमाम हक साहब से आज हम आपका तारुफ करेंगे। किसी तारुफ के वैसे मोहताज है नहीं। पाकिस्तान के क्रिकेटर, पाकिस्तान की टेस्ट क्रिकेट की तारीख़ के अंदर एक मौके के ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा जो रन स्कोर करने वाले खिलाड़ी थे। अब तो यूनुस खान इनके रिकॉर्ड को क्रॉस कर गए। 10,000 के करीब रन इन्होंने स्कोर किए। 92 के वर्ल्ड कप के सेमीफाइनल के अंदर बड़ी मशहूर मारूफ इन्होंने इनिंग खेली थी पाकिस्तान के लिए, कि जिसकी वजह से काफ़ी अरसे तक पूरे उफ़क़ के ऊपर वनडे इंटरनेशनल्स के अंदर, टेस्ट के अंदर ये छाए रहे। 2003 से लेके और 2007 तक के दरमियान पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट टीम के कप्तान भी रहे और इनकी कप्तानी में पाकिस्तान ने बड़ी फतवाहत हासिल की। इंग्लैंड में आके इंग्लैंड को हराया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर सीरीज़ ड्रॉ की, वेस्ट इंडीज़ के अंदर जाके जीते और काफ़ी जगहों के ऊपर अपने जुस्से की वजह से, अपने हिम्मत की वजह से और अपने गुस्से की वजह से भी पूरी दुनिया के अंदर मशहूर है। 3 मार्च को इनकी सालगिरह होती है। ये अब कोई 42 साल के हो गए, तो हमने सोचा कि आज इनकी सालगिरह के हवाले से इनसे भी आपको तारुफ कराया जाए और इनकी कोई जो इनिंग्स हैं वो भी आप ज़रूर इनके देखते रहिएगा। Brother Maalik, in the last 2 to 3 minutes of the show, what message would you have for our audience?
What message do I have for the audience? Folks, you've got to really embrace your heritage. It's our heritage in here in Britain. We need to learn it, we need to rediscover it. We need to tell our neighbours, we need to tell the schools our children go to. Let's be proud of our heritage, of what we have here, and let's celebrate it.
Inshallah. Jazakallah. Saeed Saab, 30 seconds, message kya hoga aapka?
We started this campaign in Pakistan. We thought we were being very clever. Qadi Azam's on the front cover, recruiting Pakistanis to sponsor the 5 million orphans that we have in Pakistan. Very little money, 100 rupees a day. Very difficult. But what I do want to say is that we have disabled people in Pakistan. We have set up Adam Life Care, info@adamlifecare.org. Please send us a message if you want to collaborate with us in opening disability centers in Pakistan, and if you want to sponsor orphans there as well. Alhamdulillah, we have a huge need. I was telling you about that school.
Yes.
They only need, the man is injured, 3 years, they have 220 children who actually work in drains picking up rubbish. He started school for them 7 years ago. He broke his legs, he can't fund it.
£500 teaches 220 children
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह,
every month.
you have to do
5
that.
people, £100 each a month.
बेहतरीन, बहुत शुक्रिया अब तमाम हज़रात का तो फ्री फ्रावरी के थैंक यू वेरी
Can I
मच
just add something to quick add on?
I think we are-
learn more about the tourism that we're doing. Just go to halaltourismbritain.com.
ब्रिलियंट। आज के शो का इख्तिताम करते हैं, इंशाल्लाह अगले हफ्ते आपसे मुलाकात होगी, तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।